ilan sa paghahatid ng serbisyo publiko at balita. Ito ang Radio Mindanao Networks. Higit-6 na dekada sa paglilingkod sa masang Pilipino. Sa Metro Manila, ito ang Dzxl 558 Radyo Trabaho, ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay. Bayanihan laban sa COVID-19. Dzxl 558 Radyo Trabaho Special Coverage.
Mga kasama, alas 12:41, diretso po tayo sa Palasyo ng Malacanang, kaugnay sa nagaganap na virtual press conference. At nasa linya po natin ngayon si Dzxl Radyo Man 4, Angel Ronquillo.
Bayanihan laban sa COVID-19. Update.
Yes, kasama nga Rod, nagpapatuloy nga itong virtual press con sa Palasyo ng Malacanang at guest nga nitong si Presidential Spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque ay itong si Dr. Lulu Bravo, isang vaccinologist ng UPPGH, Professor Emeritus. Siya yung kasama siya sa Philippine Foundation for Vaccination. So tinatalakay niya itong bakuna hinggil nga sa COVID-19. Mga kasama, pakinggan natin ang nasabing press conference.
National Immunization Technical Advisory Group, which is independent of the Department of Health. These are composed of multidisciplinary scientist people. Yun ang dapat nating makita kasi yun ang pagbigay ng kompidensya ng ating mga tao na ang nagdidesisyon ng kanilang bakuna ay yung talagang mga scientists, mga academician, mga merong talagang, sabi nga ni Sir Harry kanina, diba? Yung nag-aaral talaga tungkol sa bakuna at merong karapatan para maging eksperto sa decision making. Diba? NITAG. Actually, nai-propose na namin yan sa Congress at sa Senate para makakuha tayo ng ganitong NITAG. Sabi nga namin, sana si Sir Harry, pwede bang magkaroon tayo ng parang ganyan, presidential order na you can have an independent multidisciplinary. Sa Amerika, yan ang ginagawa 15 people vote to put a vaccine in the National Immunization Program. Yung ACIP, you can Google it, American Committee on Immunization Practices. Nagbobotohan sila. Talagang meron silang mga expertise para gawin ang tamang desisyon.
Yes.
So yun lang. Sana in the future we can have that.
A question from Celerina Monte of Manila Shimbun. Ito po ang tanong niya sa inyo. You earlier indicated that Philippines, especially President Duterte, should be careful with Chinese COVID-19 vaccine. Should we also be cautious with the Russian vaccine? Does it mean we should rely more on US-developed vaccines, if ever?
Well, the thing is, we should rely on the scientific data that will be produced. Hindi ko naman sinasabing masama yung Chinese vaccine. Ang sinasabi ko is until such time that we can see and the experts will be able to really hihimay-himayin yan. Titingnan nila maganda ba talaga yan. Now, as of now, I know for a fact that ang advance in phase 3 studies yung Pfizer at Moderna at even the people there at CNN, pag nakikinig ka, yun talaga ang may magandang transparent, di ba? We need to be transparent. Di ba? Tinitigil nga nila yung kanilang test pag may nakita sila na medyo hindi maganda, unexplained illness, di ba? Tinitigil nila temporarily and then iimbestigahan and then they will decide kung continue kung yung sakit nun hindi naman related to the vaccine. That is also what we do in clinical trials. Ini-stop o tinitingnan muna, iniimbestiga pag may nangyari sa pasyente. Hindi yung basta sige, bigay ka lang ng bigay, then pagkatapos mo, yun you need the expertise, you need the science, you need the data to be able. And right now, the more advanced vaccine development is the Pfizer with the genetic mRNA, di ba? At saka yung Astra, Johnson's & Johnson's, they have already come up with almost 30,000 participants as volunteers Volunteers yan ha, hindi yung binigay mo lang yung vaccine tapos hindi mo ipa-follow up. Ang importante sa volunteers, na-follow up sila. Nakikita mo weekly kung sila ay nagkakasakit o hindi. Ganyan ang clinical trial. Hindi mo basta inject and then papawalan mo na. No way. You do that every week. I-check mo yung pasyente. Kaya maganda rin na mag-volunteer kasi naaalagaan ka talaga at na-protektahan ka pa kung effective yung vaccine, di ba? So I will join every frontliner, yung mga malaki ang risk, to really join the volunteer, to be a volunteer sa COVID vaccine. Kami, aalagaan namin kayo.
Oh, last question na lang po from Heidi Sangpang. Ano ba si Dr. Lulu na magtalaga si Pangulong Duterte? Kung sang-ayon ba si Dr. Lulu na magtalaga si Pangulong Duterte ng vaccine czar?
Well, hindi natin sasabihin vaccine czar. Pwedeng, kumbaga, Siyempre, merong chair, diba? Pero a National Immunization Technical Advisory Committee can form a whole group of multidisciplinary scientists and doctors. Meron diyang epidemiologist, meron diyang pediatrician, meron diyang infectious disease, microbiologist, pharmacist, meron dyan na public health person, meron diyang even nurses, meron diyang housewife. Parang nakikita mo yung gamot of, yung mothers na medyo may alam din at nag-train tungkol sa bakuna. Yung grupong yon, okay, and this is called NITAG, yung grupong yon are all experts. Meron siyempre chair yan, di ba? Lagi namang may chair. Di man pwedeng wala. In fact, may structure yan. Pero when you make a decision, it is a decision of a whole group of people, not just one person. That is the essence of this. That this is a big decision that is done by real scientists and experts. Yun lang.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bravo.
Thank you, Dr. Bravo. Ma'am, normally the President watches our press briefing and I have no reason to doubt that he was able to listen to you. But just in case hindi po niya napanood tayo, if I could ask you to do a video recording, mga 5 minutes on what you want to propose to the President in lieu of one vaccine czar. And I assure you that it will reach him tonight, no, when we meet. So if you can send me po your video message to the President and we will submit it to him tonight. Thank you.
I will do that because for the longest time, in fact, I think as early as 2010, we already proposed this. 2010, actually. We proposed that a NITAG that is really a decent one, that will be independent, multidisciplinary, be done so that hindi tayo magpuput ng blame kung kani-kanino. Diba?
Okay.
Ganun ng Amerika, ganun ng Thailand, ganun ng Singapore. Ang daming mga progresibong country sa bakuna ang merong ganyang tinatawag na NITAG. Sa Pilipinas, medyo sabi nila may immunization committee pero hindi namin nakikita talaga yung the actual function being done by a NITAG.
Okay,
na
ma'am.
Independent sila.
Okay. Thank you. I shall await your video recording po just in case the President did not watch us now. But normally po, he does watch. So thank you very much, Dr. Lulu Bravo, and we hope we can count on your support again. I hope you can appear again before this presidential press briefing. Magandang umaga po, Dr. Lulu Bravo.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you po. Bago po tayo pumunta sa Q&A, I have a copy of the DOJ opinion addressed to Attorney Dante A. Hiran. Ang DOJ opinion po says, wala pong impediment na makipagkasundo ang PhilHealth sa PNRC to provide delivery of health services gaya ng COVID testing. According to the opinion of the DOJ, under Section 6 service coverage of RA number 11223, yung ating batas na isinulong po, Universal Healthcare, meron pong kapangyarihan ang PhilHealth na makikontrata sa kahit sinong healthcare institution, professionals, other persons, judicial or natural, regarding delivery po of health services. Sa second issue naman po, yung kung po pwede ba yung nangyari na nagkaroon ng advance payment sa PhilHealth. Ang sabi po ng Secretary of Justice ng DOJ, I will quote, with respect to the advance cash payment of 100 million pesos, the advance cash payment requires approval of the President of the Philippines. It is not clear from the documents submitted to us whether such authority had been obtained. Nonetheless, even if the PHIC failed to get such approval prior to remitting the amount to the PRC, we are of the opinion that such may still be obtained post facto. So po pwedeng kunin pa rin po ang approval ng ating Presidente. Ito po yung pinaka-importante, payment of PRC billings. Basahin ko na lang po, baka magkamali kung di ko basahin. As regards your query on whether the PHIC is legally obligated to immediately pay the PRC billings, we regret that we cannot give an opinion on the matter since there are no facts given on which we can base our opinion, particularly on the completeness of the requirements and compliance with accounting and auditing rules and procedures. So ang pinag-uusapan po ngayon, dapat bang bayaran ng buo or partial? Ang sabi po ng DOJ, they cannot render an opinion because this is subject to completeness of requirements and in compliance with accounting and auditing rules and procedures. Ano pong update? Habang wala pa pong kasunduan na magtutuloy ang Philippine National Red Cross sa pagbibigay ng COVID-19, gumagawa naman po ng hakbang ang DOH. Nakikipag-usap po sila ngayon as we speak now to 8 private labs to assist our OFWs and returning Filipinos dahil hindi naman po pwede na maantala ang pag-uwi ng ating mga OFWs and returning Filipinos. Now, we go to Joyce Balancho, please, for our open forum. Joyce?
Yes, good afternoon, Secretary Roque. Is the President still in Davao City where he is monitoring ito nga pong effects ng Typhoon Quinta, and what are his orders to our calamity response?
Well, yes, he is in Davao. We will not be able to join the President because the airport of Davao was closed to all incoming flights. We will proceed with our meeting with him via Zoom at inaasahan pa rin po na magre-report ang ilang miyembro ng gabinete, lalong-lalo na po dito sa quarantine classifications, no? Ano pong binasa ko lang po kanina kung ano po yung naging guidelines ng NDRMMC sa lahat ng lokal na pamahalaan. Mag-preposition na ng relief goods, magkaroon na ng evacuation centers kung saan susundin ang minimum health standards gaya na pagsuot ng mask at ng face shields, at meron din pong reminder ang NDRMMC sa lahat ng lokal na pamahalaan. Lahat po ng mga sintomas kinakailangan i-isolate po sa mga evacuation centers, pero hindi po kinakailangang i-test ng PCR.
Alright, so pwede po natin ma-expect later si Pangulong Duterte, he will be announcing the new quarantine classifications for November?
Yes, in fact, I can confirm that at 10 a.m. today, the IATF started their meeting. Baka hindi pa po natatapos ngayon, pero in the meeting, a recommendation was made already by the technical working group that normally does the recommendations to the President on the quarantine classifications.
All right, sir, ang Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission said that they will submit to the President the list of lawmakers who are allegedly involved in the corruption inside the DPWH, but the PACC said they will leave it to the President if he wants to name these lawmakers in public. Is the President willing, or is he planning to name these lawmakers?
Iwan na po natin yung desisyon na yan kay Presidente. Sa aking pagkakaalam, wala pa pong nasusumite ang PACC kay Presidente as of now.
Okay, last na lang po for me, Secretary, follow up dun sa opinion ng Department of Justice kasi dalawang lawyers from PhilHealth reported to the PhilHealth Board na ito nga daw po memorandum of agreement between PhilHealth and the Philippine Red Cross was highly irregular, and it provided preferential treatment allegedly to the Philippine Red Cross, at hindi daw po mandated ang PhilHealth to pay for COVID-19 testing, and the giving of advance payment to PRC ay illegal disbursement and malversation of public funds. So how will this affect the payment of PhilHealth to Red Cross, or yung DOJ opinion na rin po ba ang susundin mismo ng PhilHealth?
Well, PhilHealth as a member of the executive branch of government should legally heed the opinion of the DOJ. subject to the caveat, of course, that only the courts can say with definiteness, no, whether or not there will be criminal responsibility, because that is a judicial function already. But I think the men and women of the PhilHealth Board can already be accorded the defense of good faith, because they waited for a legal opinion from the DOJ, and the DOJ said there is no infirmity when they entered into the MOA. But ang DOJ po said they cannot issue an opinion whether or not it should be paid, because it should be subject to completeness of requirements and, of course, subject to existing accounting and COA rules.
All right, thank you, Secretary Roque.
Thank you po. Yusek Rocky. Thank you, Joyce.
Yes. Question from Chris Jose of Remate Online. Ano daw reaksyon niyo po sa naging apela ni Senior Citizen Party List Representative Ompong Ordanes kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na isama ang senior citizen sa may edad na hanggang 70 years old sa listahan ng mga maaring payagang lumabas ng bahay? Nakakaalarma na raw kasi na 3 mula sa 10 matatandang Pilipino ang dumaranas ngayon ng depression. Sa tingin niyo po, mapagbibigyan ng pamahalaan ang kahilingan ni Congressman Ordones na sa Disyembre payagan ng makalabas sa mga senior citizens na ang edad ay hanggang 70?
Well, nung minsan po, pinresent ko dito yung datos doon sa clinical fatality rate, no? At lumalabas po talaga na napakataas po talaga ng fatality rate mula po sa mga 66 hanggang 80. Sila po talaga yung namamatay dahil sa COVID-19. So para rin po ito sa kabutihan ng mga senior citizen na pwede naman po silang lumabas para kumuha ng essentials at para magtrabaho kung sila yung nagtatrabaho. Pero as a matter of general rule, kinakailangan po homeliners muna po sila. Although sa Boracay, pwede sila magpunta kasi wala pong age restriction ng pagpunta ng Boracay.
Ang second question po niya, may suggestion po si Senate President Pro Tempore Ralph Recto sa Malacanang na magtalaga ng vaccine SAR para matiyak daw na mababakunahan ng 110 milyong Pilipino sa oras na maging available ang COVID-19 vaccine. Sinabi pa na ni Senator Recto na ang vaccine SAR daw ang makakalutas ng importation to injection challenges, lalo pa ang mga mayayamang bansa na nag-finance ng development ng COVID-19 vaccines ang unang makakakuha ng supply. Sino sa tingin niyo po ang karapat-dapat na maging vaccine czar?
Alam niyo po, the suggestion is very well taken. In fact, 2 months ago, I recall na si Presidente may tinalagang vaccine SAR. Kaya nga lang po, yung natalagang vaccine SAR is hesitant when I asked him if I could remind the public that he has been designated as vaccine SAR, kasi baka hindi na raw po naalala ni Presidente, so he would like to wait for the President to make the announcement anew. Pero malinaw po yan, yung vaccine SAR, as Senator Recto said, is to make sure na meron tayong capability to import and distribute, no, including provision for cold storage. Pero as far as yung regulatory approval naman for the use of vaccine, si Dr. Lulu Bravo just recommended that it be left to a body para hindi lang isang tao ang nagdidesisyon.
Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you. Punta naman tayo kay Trish Terada, CNN Philippines.
Good afternoon, Secretary. Sir, related question po doon sa vaccine czar. Kasi nga po nabanggit po ni Senator Recto na yun nga may provision sana for the logistics, katulad po nitong cold storage. Mabilis na, sir, no? Tama po ba nasimulan na po itong pag-aayos for cold storage, kagaya na nabanggit niyo before?
Opo, the ball is rolling. Ang DOH naman po may sapat na kakayahan at track record sa pagdidistribute ng mga bakuna. Pero siyempre po, in the next briefings, in fact, it was our intention to present someone from the private sector to discuss the logistics of importation of vaccine that requires sub-zero storage. No? So lahat po yan ay in process now as we speak, dahil alam naman po natin anytime at least one company in China will be given the counterpart of an FDA approval.
Secretary, on another topic, doon naman po sa issue ng red tagging. Sir, considering na iniisip po ng mga otoridad yung kapakanan ng personalities o individuals na maiwas sila sa pag-take advantage ng mga kinoconsider ng pamahalaan na kalaban, does Malacanang support the behavior of law enforcement authorities to to call them out publicly? Kailangan po ba talaga i-name tong mga personalities or ipadahayag tong mensahe nila publicly? Hindi po ba pwedeng gawin to privately na hindi sila nare-red tag?
The President.
Bayanihan laban sa COVID-19. Dzxl 558 Radyo Trabaho. Special coverage.